Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Market Insights for the month of August of 2025. Let's go ahead and look at some headlines. The first and foremost, the headline: the housing market could remain stuck until 2026. We've been bouncing along near the bottom of the trough for a couple years now. And for the first time, we're hearing that this may continue on into 2026. The old rules of marketing have changed, that buyers have a lot more leverage than they've had in recent years. Compass has had some good success. Fed has resistance to lowering rates. And the three key takeaways from the economic upheaval are really three key things: that tariffs are still out there and having an impact. Inflation is a key, and the economic upheaval up and down is having a significant impact, causing caution, fear, however you want to look at that. Stay tuned. From the big corporations, the billion-dollar players, CoStar and Zillow, CoStar is having some record success with their acquisition of Homes.com, and that is going very well. And there seems to be a little bit of battle around photos, and CoStar has sued Zillow recently. Just in the headlines, those icons are clashing. The Arizona Economic Opportunity has some new information. It's a new report on housing inventory, and it's just looking at days of market. And what they're talking about is our listings have activity are now 64 days on market in June compared to that time in May of last year. Just glad to have somebody else reporting on this type of data. Another thing that they highlighted was that month over month jobs, non-farm jobs, have gone down significantly, almost 60,000 jobs. Seven of the 12 major sectors of our state have had gains. Three of the seven in Arizona have had good gains. That the Arizona unemployment rate has remained around 4.1% for June, and the labor force has increased by about 5,562 people. Now, different view of the world. This is coming from the Arizona Commerce Authority, and I'm sorry for the fine print, but they had a record-setting development. The key takeaway from the fine print is there's a series of companies that have committed to $31 billion worth of growth to our local economy. That with that comes 24,000 new jobs with an average pay of over $95,000 annually. So the people that are coming to town, according to the Arizona Commerce Authority, are going to have big impact in our economy. Some positive and negatives in Maricopa housing market: interest rates, mortgage rates, of course, housing affordability in the grand scheme of things. We are a premium location where we used to be a low-cost alternative to Southern California. The economic and geopolitical happenings are still creating a lot of uncertainty. The rising cost of maintenance of a home and insurance of a home is causing some negative impact on our housing market. And there's a declining confidence by the builder and the buyer. Now, those are all strike points in time and data points, but those are currently the negatives things happening. From a positive standpoint, there has been an increase in inventory, that we have had stable prices with moderate growth, and long-term growth and demand are very much in our forecast, as commented by the Arizona Commerce Authority. And we have greater negotiation power by both the buyer and the seller in any kind of transaction. And we're still a great place for remote work and lifestyle flexibility. The pros and cons of Maricopa County. I had this slide built on the market cycle. We go from optimism up to euphoria. We come all the way down to despair, and we climb back to enthusiasm. In the last 3.5, 4 years, ladies and gentlemen, we've just been bouncing between despair and hope, despair and hope. Currently, we're at skepticism, ascending into hope, and hopefully going to catch some relief this time. We got some slides at the end that'll pick that up. So, just as a overview of Maricopa County, on the far right-hand side, the bottom right graph, I just don't need to look at the lines of average sale price. You're seeing that trend line come down the last 5 months, somewhere around $12 a square foot on average. Point to you is prices are softening for sure. Now we have some seasonality in the summer. We also have a lot of the luxury market that's currently not here given a choice. So our sale prices, without question, have softened. Our absorption rate in months of supply is pretty steady, 3.67 months supply and absorption rate at 27%. In Maricopa County, Pinal County combined, our new list price averages $606,000. Average sale price is $570,000. Those two counties combined are down about 1.4% from this time, July of 2024 to July of 2025 on average. When we look at Pinal County and Maricopa County separated, Maricopa County is down 2% from where it was this time a year ago, while Pinal County is down 1.4%. Now, to some graphs as we close up. I'd like you to stay focused on the far right-hand side. The number of active listings in Maricopa County only is just over 17,000, and that is down. Our closed transactions for the month of July are up ever so slightly than they closed in June. Now, that is seasonality, ladies and gentlemen. We're typical to see that, nothing out of the ordinary. What has changed is our closed units were down as expected there. What has changed is new listings. New listings continue to go down lower. We're just over 7,900 at this point. And what has ascended the last couple slides, ladies and gentlemen, we've had an increase in the number of canceled listings. Now, you're just watching the trend. The trend continues to climb, and it's north of 2,000 doors. So 2,000 doors came out of Maricopa County's active inventory, bringing it from 20,000. That would right there bring it down to 18,000. But we've also had an increase in the number of expired listings. That bubble that you see at the very top spike, 1,200 doors, that is December 31st. We're used to seeing the highest number of expired listings happening December 1. But what also is happening is we are having our highest amount of expired listings, second only to the end of the year, happening right now. And last but not least, temporary off market. We had a pretty good surge there as well. When you look at the temporary off market expired and canceled listings, we're still north of 3,000 doors. That totally explains the inventory going from 20,000 down to 17,000 in our marketplace. And we have been adding fewer doors to the marketplace. So we have pulled our month of supply still below 4 months at 3.67. That is the market of the moment update. Thanks for listening. If we can ever be of service, please let us know. Eliza and I are proud to be in business with you.